The Denon AVR-X4800H home theater receiver is a no-nonsense audio powerhouse. The elegant brushed metal front panel, twin knobs, and dot matrix display portray a simple interface. That simplicity obscures the receiver's robust underlying feature set. It excels in its sound quality and in its flexibility. You get 9 channels of power for your front and surround speakers, which gives you plenty of freedom to set up a system that fits your needs. In addition to the 9 powered channels, there's an extra set of speaker preamp outputs, so with another amp you've actually got 11 channels of potential. You've also got 3 zones to work with for even more wired options. The X4800H lets you connect up to 4 subwoofers, so you can really get your bass exactly where you want it. I really love bass, both in my music and for movie soundtracks, and I don't think of bass as boom so much as an important piece of the audio puzzle that does more than just thump, but also has a way of elevating music. And when you can incorporate more than one sub into the mix, it's easier to blend that bass with the higher frequencies for nicely balanced sound. Denon gives you a couple ways to manage multiple subs. The standard subwoofer setting distributes bass evenly between the various subs and works well in most rooms. You can also choose directional, which lets you tailor each sub's output individually. That might be useful if you don't have a lot of realistic options for sub placement, or if you're running different types of subs, or if you just like that pinpoint control. The X4800H pumps 125 Class AB watts into 8 ohms, using discrete high current transistors that make it capable of driving high quality speakers. It's 4 ohms stable too if your speakers are designed that way. Setup is simple no matter how you decide to use your channels and zones. When you connect the receiver to your TV for the first time, the Denon Setup Assistant appears on screen to walk you through the initial setup. It'll help you make sure your connections are right and will optimize critical settings as they apply to your particular use. Under the hood are high-quality internal components. At the heart of it are 2 powerful digital signal processor chips plus a Texas Instruments 32-bit 192 kHz digital-to-analog converter, or DAC. These little chips are the ones doing the work behind the scenes to reproduce sound and decoding it into different formats. In addition to decoding Dolby Atmos and DTS:X, the X4800H has an IMAX enhanced mode for specially encoded IMAX soundtracks. And if you don't have height speakers in your setup, Denon's virtual processing can simulate 3-dimensional overhead effects quite convincingly just using your rear surrounds. With stereo music playing, the X4800H switches to the left and right front speakers, plus the powered sub or subs to give you a nice wide soundstage. The DAC delivers your music from any source with clarity and detail. You can stream music over Bluetooth or Wi-Fi, including Apple AirPlay 2. The X4800H works as part of your HEOS multi-room audio system too. That lets you distribute whatever's playing on the main zone to other HEOS speakers around the house, so you can send the audio from any sources you've connected to the receiver anywhere you want wirelessly. Whether you want to listen to your turntable in another room or hear the game audio out on the patio or in the kitchen, the X4800 can supercharge your HEOS system. With the Denon HEOS app, you can control your favorite streaming services, including Amazon Music, Tidal, and SiriusXM satellite radio. Denon includes its proprietary Audyssey speaker calibration with the X4800H, which is a very powerful tool for getting your system sounding its best. It's well worth spending the 10 minutes or so to set up the included calibration mic and follow the instructions, because it'll do a good job of tailoring the sound to your particular room. The X4800H gives you a lot of connections. On the back, there are 7 HDMI 2.1 inputs and 3 HDMI 2.1 outputs, including an eARC connection that lets you control the receiver's volume with your TV remote, plus pass through all the digital surround sound decoding information. All of the HDMI inputs and 2 of the 3 outputs support 8K at 60 Hz and 4K at 120 Hz video, and use HDCP 2.3 technology to ensure compatibility with Ultra HD sources and TVs. There are 4 digital audio inputs, 2 coaxial and 2 optical, which allow you to take advantage of the built-in DAC when you connect digital sources. 5 RCA analog inputs let you connect older gear, including a built-in moving magnet preamp for a turntable. 11 channel preamp outputs let you add that second amplifier to add 2 more channels, and it's worth mentioning those 4 sub-channels one more time. The front panel adds a 1/4-inch headphone jack, plus a USB slot for plugging in a drive full of music. 2 large weighted knobs let you change sources and control the master volume. Right below the classic dot matrix display, under a flip-down panel, are some buttons for changing presets, controlling zones 2 and 3, plus a quick source selection. Of course, Denon includes a nice remote for this, and you can also use your smartphone as a Wi-Fi remote using the Denon AVR remote app. Gamers will appreciate some features meant to eliminate lag while playing if your console allows. Variable refresh rate lets your TV adapt your console's frame rate to reduce or eliminate lag and frame tearing. Auto low latency kicks in when it detects a signal from a compatible system like an Xbox or PlayStation, and does even more to try to eliminate lag. And backing up those two is another feature called quick frame transport, which works to reduce the latency between the GPU and the display. No lag to worry about here. When you add it all up, it's hard to beat the X4800H as the centerpiece of a next-level surround sound, music, and gaming system. The Marantz Cinema 50 costs the same with the same number of channels and sub-outputs, but puts out slightly less power and has fewer zones and HDMI inputs. It's a very similar receiver, and if you prefer its look, you won't leave much on the table. Yamaha's Aventage RX A6A is worth considering at this price too. It's actually a little less expensive, but ups the power to 150 watts RMS and adds some more connections, including an XLR balanced in and out if you have gear that needs it. It's got 2 sub-outputs instead of 4, and it's stable at 6 ohms, so your speaker options are slightly limited, but if you want the extra power, it's a good choice. I like the Denon AVR-X4800H for my needs though. It's got all the power and more that my speakers need to sound their best, and plenty of room to grow with my system in the future. So if you have any questions about this receiver or home theater in general, reach out to us here at Crutchfield. We'd love to help. Thanks for watching.